my name is Grant Washburn. I'm a big wave surfer from San Francisco, California. And I'm happy to be able to offer this picture for the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. I know a little bit about the disease. I've never known anybody who had it, but I learned a bit more today that surfing actually improves the condition and can help people live longer and better lives. And as a surfer, of course, I know that there are a lot of things that I get out of surfing that aren't just, the fun and the thrill, but it's really neat to know that there's something beyond that it's not just about me or about the personal achievements and having a good time in the water, but actually sharing things with someone and actually learning about ways to overcome something like cystic fibrosis. So it's really neat that the guys are getting together and doing this for the benefit, and I definitely feel lucky to be able to be out here riding these waves, and I hope that this helps find a cure in some way. And sitting next to me here is a couple of pictures of one of the best waves I've ever ridden in my life. A good friend of mine, Ed Grant, caught the shot, and I happened to be surfing in a contest at the time, which worked out pretty good for me because I made it to the final. But a wave like this is actually so intense that you forget you're in a contest, or you forget that you're surfing at all. You're just surviving. And I had a pretty easy ramp onto the wave, and I got going, and then which happens frequently at Mavericks, I caught air. The ledge came up so quickly that I flew through the air for a bit and was lucky enough to manage to land and survive the bottom turn and get away from it. And waves like this are the reason that guys surf Mavericks. We love big waves and we love the intensity of the ocean. And you try not to get too carried away. And this wave actually ended up kind of hurting my shoulder at the end. I made it about 99% of the ride, and it got me right at the end, and it still hurts, and that was 3 years ago. I'm really lucky that I made the wave, and I'm also really lucky that my buddy caught a perfect shot of it. And as a surfer, you know that a lot of times you'll ride great waves and come back and look at the pictures and become disappointed because it didn't seem the way it did when you were riding it. But this picture actually really does capture the moment, and there were lots of photographers out there, and I think this is the best shot I've seen of the whole event. And that says something for Ed, the photographer, and I was just in the right place at the right time. I fell in love with surfing as a young kid, and I've been passionately attached to the ocean ever since. And I think that is one of the luckiest things I've ever had happen to me. And whether it's riding the waves myself, or capturing them for a film like Riding Giants, or working on a book like Inside Mavericks, the passion that I have for the sport and sharing it with everybody is actually a bigger part of my life than riding the waves. I love to surf and I love to ride big waves, but if I could trade off, I would probably give away the surfing just to be a part of the scene. And the whole community and all the things that go on around riding waves is really what it's all about. And it's really neat to be able to bring something like this to a place like the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation and try to find an avenue for us to give back, because we are lucky to be out there doing that, riding these waves. And everybody should be able to do what we do, and anything that we can do to give back is worthwhile.